All right, this is gonna have to be a really fast one considering I have to go to a meeting in like 30 minutes and there's also construction above me, so I'm gonna have to like pause every once in a while and stop. You can probably see from the title, it's just doing some more reviews. I guess I kind of have like a little mini series of these videos kind of going up on my channel. I have occasionally every once in a while like beauty reviews where I just kind of go through maybe like 5 or so items and just give them like a review 1 through 5, with 1 being very bad, I guess, and 5 being like almost perfect. I really wanted to limit myself with that scale just because I didn't want to go too crazy and try to make like 8.5 or 8.73, things like that. So I wanted to make it really easy to understand, 1 to 5. And yeah, so just so we don't waste time, we're gonna get into the first product. This is the Tower 28 mascara. I've heard so many people talk super highly of this, and I thought I would try it out for myself. So I got the mini size. I can see the height. So here's the brush. It is like a little bit of a curve, and it has, are these plastic bristles? They are plastic bristles. And yeah, so it's very uniform. I would say the bristles are, they're not like a natural kind of, you know, furrier mascara wand. It's pretty uniform and plastic. It's a little prickly, like a little bit, like if you accidentally poke your eye, but I don't seem to mind because I've been applying mascara for like years now. So I think I'm pretty good at trying to apply mascara. Personally, it might not be my perfect mascara though. So for me, I would actually rate it a 4, but I think for most people, it would actually be a 5. Now, the reason I say that is because almost everything in terms of like people's mascara wants, like length, like separation, like volume, but where it's lacking for me is the ability to hold a curl. I think my lashes look really great today because I did wear it today, but I know that in maybe a couple hours, it's ever so slightly going to like lean a little bit down. And that's not the case for some of my other mascaras. For me, holding a curl is my #1 want for mascaras. Personally, for me, it might be a 4 just because it doesn't hold a curl as well as some of my other mascaras, but everything else that it does, I would say it does really well. So if you don't have a problem with your lashes being like curled throughout the whole day, I would actually say that this is a pretty big hit. I would say this is a 5. I definitely think that you should go out and get it because my lashes just look really good. It's just that they might not hold a curl as well as some of my other mascaras do. All right, this item here is a skincare. So we're gonna bounce between makeup and skincare. This is a skincare product that I recently picked up. This is the Skin 1004. I'm just gonna skip all these words and just say sun protectant. I would say the application and the wear of this is pretty similar to other ones that I've tried in the past. And I have to say, like across the board, I think Asian sunscreens are so much better. They're a little bit more lightweight. They don't feel as like sunscreeny or as heavy, and they definitely feel like more like taking care of your skin rather than just trying to protect it. So I am actually going to rate this a 4. It's not perfect for me though, because I am going to put it on my hand. And so yeah, so it looks like that. Let me actually put the cap back on. And the glide is really nice. It glides really easily and really smoothly across my face, which is really, you know, really nice because I hate moisturizers that like just drag on your face. The reason I would say it's a 4 is because of the smell. It smells, so I've had other SPFs that are like the Asian SPFs, and they either have a acceptable smell to me or they have like no smell. This one, it's not that it's unacceptable, it's just that every single time I put it on, it kind of reminds me either of like, it reminds me basically of like dry erase markers. Like if you were to take the cap off of it and smell the tip, it's like a faint of it, not like super strong, but I can definitely smell it every single time. So, you know, it's not that pleasant unless you like smelling markers, permanent markers. As far as the wear, I really don't mind. So yeah, not bad. I'll still use it. I'll still finish it up. I just recently bought this, so it's gonna take me a while to finish this up. If I had to give a recommendation for one that is a 5, it would probably be the one that I tried up or used up quite a while ago, I wanna say. It's the NEOGEN, I don't remember the name. It's like, it's a shiny kind of package. It has like orange, I think, on it. It's like shiny silver. Okay, so the third item, Glossier Balm.com. I was gonna say Berry Balm.com, but it is Balm.com, but the shade is Berry. This, I actually have it on today as well. I tried to use some of the items I guess I used today. The smell of this is lovely. I would say that if you don't like smells, you might not like this. And if you don't like artificial smells, then you also might not like this. I don't mind. I kind of like the like fake berry scent. Yeah, I kind of don't mind it. It's kind of nice. But personally, is this gonna be yet another 4? It could actually be another 4. This whole video is gonna be like maybe littered with 4s. Initially, I actually rated it as a 3 just because I thought in my mind it was mediocre, but then I used it again today and I kind of changed my mind. I kind of like it. It's a little bit, since I've tried a couple of other lip balms, it's a little slippier and oilier than other ones, which I actually like. It might not mean it lasts as long, but I actually like that it is a little bit more slippy. I tried the other lip balms on and they were just a little bit too thick. They dragged a little bit. It was a little harder to work into my lips, but I think those are a little bit more moisturizing, but I actually don't mind. I kind of like this. I like that it glides across my lips, and yeah, I don't actually know if this is the new formulation. I know that their new formulation is kind of like the old formulation, which, because when they went to the new one, I think that there was some controversy. Maybe people didn't like it, so then they reverted back to the old. So it's kind of like an old-ish, newish formula. I'm not sure which one I have, to be honest. I thought I had the new one, but maybe not. Because my old one that I had, it was a flat tip. So it didn't have like the slanted applicator. I had the one that was like literally flat across, and I loved those. I used up 2 of them, and yeah, so I used up those and I decided to buy this one, and I like it. I still do. I like it a lot. I will say though that it hurts me a little bit because I've been, saying on my channel for a little bit that I think if you are to buy lip products, I would actually recommend you go to like buy Eastern Asian like lip products because they're so much cheaper. This one, I don't recall the price of this, but I want to say it's about like $22, which is crazy because those ones that you can get on like Yes Style, on Olive Young, they're like less than $10, so they're like half the price, and they work probably equally as good. And yeah, so this one I would have to say it's a 4 because I can't give it a 5 just because knowing the price of this, but I do like it. I personally do like it, although I feel like I might be in the minority because a lot of people like the thicker glosses at this moment. The 4th item I have here, this is actually going to be a 5. I think this might be the only 5 in the video. This is the Peach and Lily Power Calm Hydrating Gel Cleanser. So this is what it looks like. I have the trial size because I forgot how I got it, but I got like a whole pack of like Peach and Lily trial sizes of like the cleansers, of the serums, of the moisturizers. So I got a bunch of them, but I ran out of my cleansers, so I started on this guy, and I have to say I actually really like it. It's a nice gel consistency. It might be a little bit more suited possibly for like those with oily skin. I'm not exactly sure, but I really like this. It works super well with my cleansing brush. So every single time I wash my face, I use my the Foreo 2, the vibrating one, the vibrating face brush. And with my old cleanser, it always was a little bit hit or miss because sometimes it would like the cleanser would just like wash off all the way, and then I would use the cleansing brush on essentially like bare skin, which I didn't like because it would drag. And then sometimes it would work well, and it was just very finicky. And so when I finally finished that one and started picking up this one, I could easily compare the two, and this is miles above the other one. This one always works with my Foreo. It works really well. I feel super cleansed after, but not like dry or anything. And yeah, it's just a really good it's just a really good cleanser, and I am very happy to use this. So yeah, this is really good. 5. All right, last one we have. This is back to makeup. This is the Pat McGrath Labs powder. Now, this is the powder that has, I don't know if it's behind the scenes or not, but I've been using this powder so much in my daily life. And yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's just a kind of white powder. It feels a little bit chalky, to be honest, in the pan, but applying it on your face, it's just really nice. I use it with a velour puff, so something like this, and I'll actually show it to you on the puff as well, because it is a really fine powder, so it almost just looks like a little bit of a kiss of powder. So it's kind of like very blurred, right? Like I have some other powders that I've tried that is like when I pat it in, like I can see like a little bit of chunkiness, not chunkiness, but it's uneven, the application. But this one, as you can see, it's super even in how like it goes on the puff, which probably means it's like even on how it applies to the face as well. So I really like that. So I would actually say this is a 4. Oh, I have the shade Light, by the way. I would say this is a 4 because although I like it, there are a couple other things I don't like about this. First of all, the price. The price is, I don't remember the price, but it's, I know, probably got to be a lot higher than some other powders. Definitely drugstore powders, definitely higher price than drugstore powders. So price, not very happy with. The other thing is the packaging. Especially for the price, I would expect better packaging, but this is like the literally like really, really cheap packaging. I am really not impressed with this. The plastic feels very cheap. The mirror is almost like, why is there a mirror in there? You can't really see much of anything. It just generally feels like it could slip out of your hand, and it feels like if you drop it, it's gonna like shatter the whole thing and just destroy it. The last thing is this powder is weird because I don't know if I should show this because it's not gross, but it's just weird. But I'm gonna zoom in a little bit or do my best to get as close as I can. But you see this kind of stuff around the edge. I don't actually remember what the powder looked like out of the container, but this little discoloring is not exciting me. I still use it, and I do think that it is fine to use. I don't think that it's like gone bad or it's moldy or anything like that, but because this, I remember it just happened like literally almost a couple of days after I opened it. Like I almost noticed it immediately, so I don't think it's mold or anything, but it's very unsightly, and I don't think it's inviting you to use it. So yes, I'm not very happy about that, but I did pay, like I said, a pretty penny for this, so you better believe I will get my use out of it. But as far as application, I do like the way that it applies on my face. I feel like it mattifies my face without leaving it too dry. I mean, under my eyes, I am probably pretty prone to like dryness under my eyes. So I'm very like picky with powders and trying to find the right powder. I wouldn't say this is perfect because I do still think sometimes I can still see a little bit of dryness, but I haven't found a powder that has like never gotten dry on me at all. So yeah, but overall, I do like it. I'll continue using it. I do have a ton of other powders, so I don't know if I'll ever come back to this after all the powders that I finally finish up, which will probably be to the end of my lifetime, those powders that I have, because I don't know, I feel like I use a lot of powders. At least I use it every single time I do my makeup, but the like levels never go down. It's like it's always there, and I have so many of them because I got really excited about powder at one point. And yeah, so I just have powders for like the rest of my life, and I really should not buy any more powders, and I'm not going to at this current moment. So yeah, those are 5 different products that I have to share and my ratings, and I'll leave some of the ratings down below if you just want a quick glance at them. And if you are curious about any of the other reviews that I've done, then I'll leave the playlist probably around. I'm not sure if it's this side or if it's this side. It's one of the sides. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in another one. Bye.